Today, the President announced the administration's strong support for repealing the antitrust exemption currently enjoyed by health insurers. At its core, health reform is all about ensuring that American families and businesses have more choices, benefit from more competition, and have greater control over their own health care. Repealing this exemption is an important part of that effort. Today, there are no rules outlawing bid rigging, price fixing, and other insurance company practices that will drive up healthcare costs and often drive up their own profits as well. That was transmitted to Congress in a statement of administration policy as the House considers that legislation over the next couple of days.
Weeks ago, or a few months ago, the President said, I think in one of the weekly addresses, that it was time for Congress to consider repealing the antitrust exemption. Do you have evidence that there's any, as you put it, bid rigging or price fixing? Is that one more solidly in favor of this?
We do know this, Jake, that the AMA studied the market concentration of health insurers and found that 94% of U.S. health insurance markets were highly concentrated, meaning one or only a few health insurers offering policies in, as I said, almost all the markets in the country. This allows DOJ and FTC the ability to look into, in complement with state insurance regulations, to ensure competitiveness.
And I found out that they left out my amendment, which allowed for the sharing of historical data by insurers so that they might look at the experience evidence and utilize that in making their decisions with respect to how they conducted their business going forward. I had been assured that my amendment was not necessary because committee staff, our Judiciary Committee, had researched it, and they believed that no Justice Department would find that would be, that is, compiling historical data among the insurers, that nobody believed that the Justice Department of any administration going forward would find that to be non-competitive. Usually you come to the floor and you present an amendment to try and amend the bill to change it from the way it was reported out of the committee that did the work on it. But in this case, I am being prohibited from offering an amendment to change the bill back to the way it was as reported out of the committee on a bipartisan basis. For whatever reason, the majority on the Rules Committee decided that an amendment that was cited by the Democratic chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Mr. Conyers, as an excellent clarifying amendment is not going to be here. I can go down on the floor and bash the insurance companies as well as anybody here. Let's just knock them all around here. The point is, we are making adjustment in law, which is what is good for the people. So why not do it in an intelligent way, in a way that will actually assist in the marketplace and allow greater competition? Outside studies have said, if in fact this information is not allowed to be shared, collected together and shared among those in the industry, it might, they said might have the impact of harming the smaller insurance carriers.
If you're a health insurance company and you're not engaged in monopolistic practices, you're not colluding, you have nothing to worry about. But if you are, be afraid. Be very afraid. Because you are no longer going to enjoy the monopoly protections you have enjoyed for 65 years. We are going to stand up for patients today with no loopholes and no monopolies to ensure basic sense of accountability, competition, and Main Street values, and maybe take one step forward towards bipartisanship and common sense in this healthcare reform debate. And with that, I yield. The health insurance companies should have to compete like every business in my district, like every business around the country. So we come together on a 2-page bill, front and back, only 24 lines long, that does something very simple. It removes the monopoly protections that our health insurance companies have enjoyed for 65 years.